In part 2, let's understand something more about the direct and the indirect narration. Sometimes there is an uncertainty as to whether the pronoun he in the reported speech refers to the person speaking or to the person spoken to. For example, number 1, Sam says to John, I am wrong. Number 2, Sam says to John, you are wrong. The indirect narration of both is same, and that is Sam tells John that he is wrong. Here it is not clear whether the pronoun he refers to the speaker Sam or to the listener John, because the pronoun I in the first example refers to the speaker Sam and the pronoun you in the second example refers to the listener John. However, this uncertainty can be removed by inserting the name of the person beside he in the bracket, as it is shown in the examples given below. Number 1. Sam says to John, I am wrong. Here in this sentence, Sam is the speaker and John is the listener. And since the pronoun I stands for the person speaking, therefore the indirect narration of this is Sam tells John that he bracket Sam is wrong. This example clearly shows that he refers to the speaker Sam. Number 2. Sam says to John, you are wrong. Here also we have the same speaker and listener, but the pronoun you stands for the listener. Hence, the indirect narration of this is Sam tells John that he bracket John is wrong. This example also clearly shows that he refers to the listener John. Now let's learn the steps required to follow in passing from the direct to the indirect narration. The first and foremost rule is that first and second person pronouns of the reported speech are changed to third while moving from the direct to the indirect narration. For example, direct, he says, I am going home. Now see the steps need to be followed to change it into the indirect narration. Number 1. First of all, there is no need to make any change in the first part as it has a subject and a finite verb. Number 2. In the second part, add the word that in place of comma if the reported speech contains a statement. Number 3. As we all know that we change the pronouns of the second part of the direct narration. The pronoun I, which stands for the speaker, is changed to he, as the speaker present in the first part is he. Hence, the indirect narration of this is he says that he is going home. Now, see example number 2. Direct. Roshan says to his students, I cannot take you to the playground. Here, there is a little difference in the process of changing it into the indirect narration. In order to change it into the indirect narration, first of all, change says to tells. In the next step, again add the word that in place of comma as the reported speech contains a statement. In the third step, we change the pronouns of the second part of the direct narration. The pronoun I, which stands for the speaker, changes to he, the subjective form of the pronoun used for Roshan, as the speaker Roshan present in the first part of the direct narration is acting there as the subject to a verb, and the pronoun you, which stands for the listener, changes to them, the objective form of the pronoun used for students, as the listener students present in the first part of the direct narration is acting there as the object to a verb. Hence, the indirect narration of this is Roshan tells his students that he cannot take them to the playground. As we know that generally first and second persons are changed to third. But if the person addressed reports the speech, second persons are changed to first. The meaning is that second persons are changed to first when the listener becomes the speaker and begins to speak about himself or herself. For example, direct. He says to me, "You are getting lazy." Here also, most of the steps required to change it into the indirect narration are same. First of all, we need to change says to tells. In the second step, add the same word that in place of comma as there is a statement after it. In the third step, we change the pronouns of the reported speech. So the pronoun you, which stands for the listener, changes to I, the subjective form of the pronoun used for me, as the listener present in the first part of the direct narration is me. Hence, the indirect narration of this is he tells me that I am getting lazy.